Welcome to the guide for Immortal Syndicate in Path of Exile. In this guide I will explain how to set up your Syndicate board for maximum profit. First, let's start with some basic information. In Act 9 you can find Master Jun. She will give you missions for Syndicate. Chance to find Syndicate in Act 9 in 10 is really small, and even if you find them, the zone will contain just one encounter. This is the reason why we farm Syndicate inside the maps. If the map contains Syndicate, there will be 3 encounters: Research, Intervention, and either Fortification or Transportation. When you enter Research subzone, you must defeat the Syndicate members before a specified number of evidence is destroyed.
Need to keep the skills sharp.
Pirates don't do well with boredom.
Trying to leave me
The moment of your time.
Hates it. Why can't it get along?
An assassin betrayed by his masters. Inevitable.
Yes, send it.
What's wrong, Varici? This is what you do.
If you think I'm going to say or do anything to further...
Just do it, you git.
Know where you're going?
Even an ignoramus like yourself can see you have the upper hand. What do you want?
In the Intervention encounter, the Syndicate will ambush you at a known location. The mission fails if you killed or if you move very far from the spawn point.
Not the questions again.
I
don't care about impressing you, Aisling. I just can't
Good riddance. I can appreciate a killer when I see one.
If the map contains Fortification encounter, a Syndicate fort can be found. Destroy the gate and defeat the members inside the fort.
The first ones have called me to your
The
aid.
cycle of
wild
life
one.
and death is supposed to be general,
Want to be
not
caged again.
specific.
There's only one.
Violence is part of the natural order. You're more savage than any animal. What do you want from me?
If there is a Transportation encounter, the Syndicate will transfer cargo to another location. They will start moving once you get close to them. The mission fails if the cargo makes to its destination. Your goal is to defeat Syndicate members who are protecting this cargo.
What I'd do to you when I got out.
I've been itching for a good fight. Mind if I jump in?
What?
Out of you!
Don't lock me up again.
At least you recognise greatness when you see it.
Vegan, are you so...
I just can't bring...
Death's the only option here.
Absolutely brutal!
Now, here is the list of possible ways to get Syndicate inside your maps. First, you can use Jun Master Mission. You can select it on your map device. To get these missions, you need to defeat map bosses. Every time you defeat map boss, there is a chance to get a random Master Mission. This chance is 35% and it can be increased by completing Awakening bonus objectives. Next, you can use Sextants on your Watchstones. Also, you can use Prophecy, a Master 6 helps Jun. You can get this Prophecy by random when you use silver coins, or you can buy it from trade. Now let's talk about Syndicate Board. When you talk to Jun, you have an option Show Investigation. This will open the Syndicate board. The top spot is reserved for Mastermind, leader of Syndicate. When information for Mastermind reaches 100%, you can run this safe house. After you run Mastermind safe house, the whole Syndicate board will reset, which is really bad. This is the reason why most people who farm Syndicate will never run this safe house. The next 4 spots are reserved for leaders of Transportation, Fortification, Research and Intervention. Each safe house beside leader can have up to 4 members. The most important information about leaders and members of any safe house is the number of stars that represent their rank. The maximum rank is 3, and it will give the best rewards after you reach 100% information and raid that safe house. If a member rank falls to 0, they will become unassigned, and it will be much easier to move them to safe house of your choice. In Immortal Syndicate, there is 17 members and Mastermind, but your Syndicate board will always have Mastermind and 14 members, meaning 3 members will be outside the board, and you cannot get their rewards. If your favorite member is outside, you will need to remove one of the members you don't like. Each time you remove member, one of those 3 outside by random will join your board. Now let's talk about rewards. On the Path of Exile wiki website, you can see the Syndicate rewards chart for all members. The best rewards come from Research and Intervention safe house, and to get maximum profit, you should place only 2 members in each of those safe houses. In Research safe house, you should place It.Flat and Vorici. At rank 3, the bench from It.Flat upgrades Chayula Bridgestones into Chayula's Pure Bridgestone. You can buy normal Chayula Bridgestone, use this bench to upgrade to Pure, and sell for a nice profit. At rank 3, the bench from Vorici grants up to 3 white sockets. You can sell his bench on Trade Chat for a nice profit. In case you do lots of crafting and need the Leo rank 3 crafting bench, which has the same function as using Exalted Orb on your gear, you can place Leo inside Research safe house instead of Vorici. In Intervention safe house, I like to place Cameria and Gravicius. Before you choose which 2 members to place inside Intervention safe house, you can check prices for different scarabs in the league you play and pick members which will give you the most expensive scarabs. To get the maximum profit from Syndicate, your board should look something like this. Inside Research, It.Flat and either Vorici or Leo, and inside Intervention, 2 members with expensive scarab rewards like Cameria and Gravicius. 5 random members should belong to Transportation and another 5 should belong to Fortification. It doesn't matter which members you place in those 2 safe houses, because once you set up your Syndicate board, you should run only Research and Intervention safe houses. It is very important that you don't have unassigned members on your board, especially when you decide to raid safe house, because after you defeat the leader of safe house, there is a chance for unassigned member to become your new safe house leader and mess up your Syndicate board. For some additional profit, it is nice to have Elrond inside Transportation or Fortification safe house. Each time you talk to Elrond, there is a chance to get veiled Elrond rings and amulets, which you can sell for a nice profit. Inside the map, after you finish Syndicate encounter and defeat all present members, they can be handled in one of 2 presented options. The left side option is always Interrogate, while the right side option can be Execute, Betray or Bargain. If you are a new player, you can visit the Path of Exile wiki site and read more about these options. If both of these options are bad, you can use Release the Target option. This way you can avoid using those bad options, your board will not change, and you will still receive experience and loot. The Syndicate board will also show the relationship between Syndicate members. Trusted members are more likely to assist them in combat, while rivals are more likely to attack or betray them instead. On my board, the most important members are Gravicius, Cameria, Leo and It That Fled. As you can see, they have plenty of relationships, with Gravicius on top with 9. The more relationships your 4 important members have, it is easier to rank those members and reach 100% information for a safe house. When you first meet Jun, your syndicate board will look like this. It took me around 35 syndicate missions or 105 encounters to set my board like this. And now I will show you what options I choose in each of those encounters.
Just do it, you git.
Time to see how the paupers live, I suppose.
Just make it quick.
There's only one fate for the weak exile. I have earned...
That's what you want to hear, isn't it? Bye-bye.
Go on.
That was vivid. I see. Time to espionage a Wraeclast.
Yet, exile. And now my...
Just make it quick.
That was vivid. I see you're not one to bluff. Well, I'm not one to gamble. Okay, that's a lie. I love gambling, but not with my life. So, go on. What are you after?
I'd have made a little more show of it.
here, I'm afraid.
You desire.
I just... I choose an on...
I'd have made a little more. I can appreciate. Quick.
Like the phoenix, I will rise once more. Was vivid. I see you're not one to bluff. Well,
Deal's a deal.
There's only one fate for the weak exile.
Too personally, but I must confess.
The foundations are shifting, Exile.
As long as it gets me back. Then it is subterfuge. Maybe with a little change of scenery.
And in return, I will give you a glimpse.
A friend. Yes, that is the way to find.
Thanks to your hard work, we have at last pinpointed the location of this.
You have become tangled in our tapestry, Exile. Time to another malcontent with a death wish. So be it.
Only delay. But for you, I'll make an exception.
You should have no trouble in that dark little cage, assassin.
I am defeated. Not every fight must end with... myself to care. It's...
There's only one fate for the weak exile.
Feel fear until they flee. Wet.
Going to say or do anything to further your pathetic...
Live. Just tell me what you want.
Well, I know a lot of words. How about I tell you...
Wanted me to. In fact. Homeland and this are a conflict.
That's
Gruesome. That was vivid. I see you're not one to bluff. Well, I'm not one to...
To befriend one of the many. They leak from the...
Go on. Do it. You're...
It is you who should fear. Back in my arena master days, I learned
words. It can repeat them for it.
myself to care. That You want to know what we've been doing here? Sure, I'll tell you.
I've made my peace.
Let me act as your spy. Let me be the beacon that burns bright.
Always.
Yes, yes! Send it to the dark place!
See, only so much you can do with a hook. In the eyes of the crowd, others must fall.
Interesting silhouette.
I admit defeat.
I just can't. That.
It will do anything!
This is a place of sanctuary, one which I cannot allow you to defile. Well met, Exile. Know that we must purify those who stand in the way of our crusade.
Tell them Moana, holy
Why is this
man.
bloody invader
Your
still
God
alive?
not show up?
You're better than
I
this,
thought
I'll do.
God was working through me.
A grand treasure fractures like a... A grand treasure fractures like a dropped mirror, yet somehow goes unharmed.
You get? There's only one.
Death holds.
A grand treasure fractures. A grand treasure fractures.
Dead. Remember your lessons.
Has death taught you nothing, General?
Choice.
You've made your show of force. Now you know.
You bash well, Exile.
Might makes right, which means I work for you now, in a small fashion. You...
A gift. Leave it in the bright place. Give
The Syndicate is built on trust, and trust cannot be broken by an outsider.
I just can't bring myself to care. It's...
Fool! Do not. Death holds no terror from.
Yes, yes! Send it to the dark place!
I cannot claim sorrow for that fool. Death holds no terror.
Aye, the strong climb on the backs of the weak is only...
Yes, yes.
There's only one fate for the weak, Exile.
Did you see that fiend? Talk!
It does not want to go to the dark place. The Lords whisper to it. It listens. It is always listening, does it?
Ooh, that is not good for my prospect. Now, I'm no Clipe, but sometimes...
Aye, the strong climb on the backs of the weak. I've seen your strength. Take from me what you will.
Did you see that fiend? Talk!
It does not want to go to the dark place. The Lords whisper.
I had a job to do here, and I failed it. Treasures are not given for failure, they are...
I see your plans, Exile. You want to
Wait, what happened to our dealing?
A gift. Leave it in the bright place. Give strength to the many. Give it a friend. Yes, that is the way to find it that never dies.
I care not who I deceive in the pursuit of my goal.
Did you see that
Grand
fiend?
treasure fractures
Talk.
like a dropped mirror, yet somehow goes unharmed.
If you think I'm going to say or do anything to further your...
Did you see that fiend? Talk!
It does not want to go to the dark.
There's only one fate for the weak, Exile. I have earned no...
I wonder how much more of an animal you will be when...
You've made your show of force, Savage.
I'm no...
Death holds no terror.
Did you see that fiend?
It does not want to go to the dark.
We have come to an accord.
Like the fiend.
If you think I'm going to say or...
Like the...
What a waste. Even an ignoramus like yourself can see you have the upper hand. What do you want?
You've made your show of force, Savage.
Go on, do it. You're no
I just can't bring my...
There's only one fate for the weak, Exile. I have earned no exception. There's only one fate for the weak, Exile. I have...
Did you see that fiend? Talk!
It does not want to go to the dark.
Miss the forge, I do. Can't make swords here the way I used to.
For now.
Oh, not pretty. Just do it, you git.
It smiles. It does not want...
I hate this job. Hate it! Makes no sense.
Death holds no
I just can't bring myself to care.
Fool, do not disrupt God's plan. Death holds no terror for me, Exile.
It smiles. It does not...
You bash well, Exile.
Might makes right, which means I work for you.
I'm a man of limited talents, as you can see. Oh.
I just can't bring myself...
Hey, this...
Death holds no terror for me, Exile. It is you.
Hey, the strong climb on the back. I've seen your strength. Take from me what you will. I've nothing to hide.
It hears words it does not understand. The Lords nod and show that...
We have come to an accord.
Hate mis...
Not pretty. Whoa! That glitters as gold.
You've made your show of force, savage. I submit and entreat you to bargain in exchange for... Strategic knowledge is the key to warfare.
There's only one fate for the weak, Exile.
I prefer not to rely.
A truce. For
Too
now.
much.
They'll be back. Not a red blade, not my problem.
You've made your show of force, savage. I submit and entreat you to bargain.
Rot.
Hate myself. Hate the Syndicate.
Oh, not pretty. Oh, that.
The Syndicate is full of godless heretics.
A truce.
Your methods are brutal. You remind me why I left the Templars. Consider me intimidated.
A grand treasure fractures like a dropped mirror. Treasure fractures.
That!
It hates it that prays. Such glowing, hideous glow. Such beautiful skins and claws it has collected. So sharp and shimmer.
We have come to an accord.
Come here.
I'm tired of the Syndicate. I'm going to give going solo a try. You hear a lot of things when you spend enough time at one job. The sort of things someone like you might get some use out of. Only...
Have reason to doubt Alrion's faith.
Odysseus, what happened to you to make you this way? You remind me why I left the Templars. Consider me intimidated, exile.
A grand treasure fractures like a dropped mirror.
You are clearly superior. I admit defeat.
Death changes.
You bash well, exile. Today, we are friends.
You beat me fair and square. And I can respect that. But to beat the odds, to beat someone with friends in high places.
If you have any questions about this guide, you can leave them in comments or send me a message inside the game. This guide should work in the next 3.12 expansion for Path of Exile, and if there are any changes, I will make updates. This will be all for now, thanks for watching and see you next time!